Kia ora, my name is Graham Hinchliffe. I'm a Senior Research Officer at AUT. I specialise in geospatial, which is kind of GIS and remote sensing. GIS is Geographic Information Systems. So that's basically when you're mapping things, you're using cartography, we're using drones, we're using satellites to work out where things are in locations on the Earth. So I have a number of roles in this project. Principally, I'm a supervisor, working with my student Grace Martin on her master's level research, which she's looking at the substrates around the coral reefs of Vanga. And also I'm undertaking my personal research, which is the development of techniques around using drones and combining that with underwater video from GoPros to allow us to pinpoint areas of coral reef and different underwater ecosystems, so we can map them, we can visit them again in future years, and we can see how things are changing or not changing. So as part of this research, we needed a few different bits of gear. So one of the new things we were trying this year was the use of an underwater scooter. Pretty kind of James Bond. And this allows us to firstly provide a very stable filming rig where we can attach GoPros at different points, and then our student or researchers can be holding this and being pulled through the water. Now, this gives us a lot of advantages over a traditional snorkel or scuba survey, in that you're not using your own energy. You can just concentrate on keeping safe. You can concentrate on working out where you are in relation to the reef front where you're actually looking to be doing your surveying. It also provides a very clear target to be seen by our drone and our aerial survey, which is going on simultaneously. And overall, this was a really successful piece of kit. I think we all had a lot of fun using this as part of our research. The other piece of equipment we generally use is obviously a drone, or otherwise known as a UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle. So here, with my research, I like to focus on low-cost consumer-level drones. So this is a DJI Mavic 2 Pro. It's a fully integrated system. We're getting high-resolution GPS positioning. We've got a 20 megapixel camera, 4K video, and this will give us about 20 minutes of endurance on a single battery. All in all, really kind of capable piece of kit, and generally out there in the Solomon Islands, I'd be using this to scout different locations and do aerial surveys of the seagrass or the substrate or the reef front, or with my particular area of research that I'm interested in is taking the video, embedding that with spatial information, and actually allowing us to tell information about what we're looking at. So in this case, following Grace or Armageddon in terms of where they are with a third-party camera, i.e. the camera's on the underwater scooter, and then that allows us to pinpoint the position of that video. So once I've done a load of processing and and science in the background, it will allow us to, for any underwater video frame, we can locate that to within 1 or 2 meters accuracy, which is, in my view, a bit of a paradigm change in terms of how these things can be surveyed. This is not a case of putting down 10-meter tapes and doing transects anymore. Now we can specifically see where we have visited with any underwater survey, and we can potentially revisit that location, see how the coral may have changed. You know, has there been any bleaching? Has there been any changing in that environment? Has there been any changing in the fish? And really understand the local environment. So this is the second time I've actually visited the Solomon Islands and been back to the village, and it was really cool actually being able to this time interact more with the community. We went to visit the school, and we could see how some of AUT's contributions have been aiding with the construction of a school there, and just interacting with all the kids. They were obviously fascinated by the drone. You know, made a lot of time to go and actually do talks, to talk about what we're doing, show them the drone. We did photos of the classrooms and so on. And also when I'll be out doing my kind of drone flying, I would often have a swarm of kids around me very interested in terms of what we were doing, and I'd always try and do some photos and videos at the end of that, just to kind of the memories for them. The great thing about this type of technology is it's accessible. You know, we're not designing it for drones and equipment which costs tens of thousands of pounds. We're looking to do things which will work on the level of a few £1,000s. So hopefully, once we've got this research packaged and published, then we can be developing some protocols that could be expanded and used by other communities, other universities around the world.